Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. And this is one of my favorite weeks of the entire year. So last week we completed Lola the Highland Cow in our workshop, and we always follow our workshop up by doing a public opening of the Painters Clubhouse. And so I want to invite each and every one of you to listen in on this live and hear what is so special about the Painters Clubhouse that you guys are always hearing me talk about. I know some of you guys have been watching me every Tuesday now for quite a while, and you've probably been thinking, like, I think I want to try this, right? How many of you guys feel like that? You've been watching me paint live every Tuesday, and you're just thinking, she makes this look easy. Maybe I can do this. If that's you, drop a note in the comments and let me know. So the Painters Clubhouse is something that I started 5 years ago. We're coming up on our 5th year anniversary next month in April. And so there has never been a better time to join. I know it probably feels like that's a cliche thing to say, but honestly, we have made this membership better and better and better every year. And as of this year, we now have well over 100 different tutorials in the membership, which we're going to be talking about in just a moment. We've come up with some amazing techniques to teach you guys, and it's just the perfect way to kind of start off learning to paint door hangers. So let me take you back just a little bit. First, I'm going to say hi to everybody in the comments. Hey, Cynthia. Hello, Chastity and Tamara and Cindy. Thank y'all for popping in and saying hello. So I've been doing door hanger painting for about 8 years now. I started just doing them in my home with a few of my friends, and then eventually it kind of just spiraled into starting a business. After my husband came home from the military, we needed some extra cash. So I'm like, maybe I could do this like in other people's homes and other people's like church fellowship halls and stuff. So I started teaching paint parties. And then Facebook Live became a thing eventually. And I was like, what's this? Let's try this out. And so then me painting on Facebook Live was kind of born. And I didn't even start out doing it to like teach you guys. It was more like a connection point. Like we're just talking right now. It was really nice to like get to know other people online. I've always been a very social, extroverted person. And so it's just easy for me to hop on and talk with other people. And I think I have a natural teacher in me that cannot help but want to impart whatever I know to somebody else, whether it's about a great deal on a pair of jeans. I wanted to like, that's why I do Friday Fab Five, by the way, so I can share all the great deals and great things I know about with you guys. But yeah, if somebody compliments me on my shoes, I'm like, oh, thanks. I got them for like $40 here. I can't help but like share and impart what I know. And so when I was doing these Facebook Lives a while back, I wasn't even setting out to teach, but because it just ends up flowing out of me, I'm like, oh, hey, in case you didn't know, you can do this. And people would start asking painting questions. And it just eventually just kind of became a thing that I did, started teaching online. But teaching on Facebook Live it's effective. I guess you guys can follow my free tutorials here on Facebook Live and you can learn things, right? But what I found is that through teaching on Facebook Live, it got a little frustrating because I wanted to be able to see their pictures and comment back. And I wanted to be able to like have a deeper connection with the people that I was teaching and to be able to provide them more guided support. And so I ended up starting the Painters Clubhouse in April of 2018 because so many people were asking me to give out templates for, the designs that I was teaching and to kind of like let them know when I was going to be teaching, what I was going to be teaching, and they wanted to be able to follow along. And so I created this community and brought these people together and we started this group, and it's just blown up since then. We now have well over 1,200 members and we're growing all the time. So every month we teach new door hanger techniques and tutorials inside this group, and they connect with each other through Zoom paint parties. We're going to talk about all of that in just a few moments. And if you guys have questions about any of this, I will be more than happy to answer all of your Painters Clubhouse questions. But let me just tell you, first of all, why joining today is important, because we have a couple of bonuses. And so if you join by midnight tonight, you're going to get our early bird bonus, which is our 3-letter workshop. It's 3 different ways to paint wooden letters. One way is with leopard print and zebra stripes. Another way is with a floral pattern. And then the third way is this rustic multicolor stripe, which is really cool. You don't even have to paint these on wood letters. You could paint these on wood rounds. You could do them on wood blocks, on canvas, whatever you want to use these techniques on, you can. It doesn't have to be a wood letter. The wood letter was just kind of a fun way to show where you can put these patterns and use these techniques. So that is a really cool bonus that you guys get for free if you join by midnight tonight. And then we're running another promotion for the rest of the week because I'm going to be painting live every night this week. So I'm not painting live today at 11 like I normally do. I'm doing it at 7 p.m. tonight. And we're going to be painting this Some Beach Somewhere design every night this week. So if you want to, this is not the bonus that I was talking about, but if you want to get this free template, you can download this by clicking the link up in the video description. It'll take you over to the site. You can download the template. There's also a place there where you can buy the wooden blank if you want to order one. It looks like this. And there's also a schedule telling you when I'm going to be live. So I'm going to be live tonight at 7, tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. because I go to Bible study on Wednesday nights, and then Thursday and Friday night at 7 p.m. I've also got all kinds of other lives this week. So like later this afternoon, I'm going to be interviewing one of my Painters Clubhouse members. So you guys, if you want to hear it straight from one of our members, what they think about the group and how it's benefited them, definitely join in for those. I'm going to be interviewing different people all week long. But the other bonus that you get if you join by Friday this week, because Friday's the last day that I'm painting live, is this Summer in a Jar door hanger tutorial. So you'll get the template and the video showing you how to paint this design. Now, if you're a little intimidated about cutting out your own blank, you can order the wood blank for this one as well. Or you could just trace this on a canvas, or you could even trace this on a wooden round and paint something else around the mason jar. But I want to encourage you, especially if you decide to join the Painters Clubhouse, to try out cutting out your own designs because it's not nearly as hard as everybody thinks it is. And I guarantee you, once you get in the Clubhouse, you're going to see other ladies who are just like you cutting out their own designs. And you'll be like, hey, if Betty Sue can do that, I should be able to do that. And it's going to encourage you and get you like out of your comfort zone. Hello, baby Beatrice. Good morning, Barbara. Sandy says, I love the cow. Sandy, we had so much fun painting Lola. We did a little Lola parade yesterday and showed off all the different cows that everybody painted, and they did such a good job. Good morning, Jessica. Let's see. Okay, Nicole says she's got a question. I'm a subscriber of the monthly templates, but I want in the Clubhouse. Do I need to do both to keep the templates? So Nicole, if you're already a Template Club subscriber, you can do both. They are two separate things that you would need to pay for, but you do get a discount on Template Club if you join Painters Clubhouse. So if you're already a Template Club subscriber, once you join Clubhouse, email our customer support and they can adjust your pricing so that you're getting the best deal possible. But if you're a member of Painters Clubhouse, okay, let's talk about what you get because that's what everybody always wants to know. It's $47 a month or $470 for the entire year, which gets you 2 months for free. You get access to the library with over 100 different door hanger templates and videos. So this is like a buffet that anytime you are ready to sit down and paint or craft, you can just log in. You can select the season you're going for. So let's say you want to paint something for Easter, but you don't know exactly which design you want to do. You could log in and go to the Easter category. Oh, I want that one right there. Download the template, print it out, and you could go ahead and cut out your door hanger or whatever you want to do, or you could go ahead and order your wood blank, and then you know exactly where to find the video and the supply list when you're ready to sit down and paint. Sandy says, what do you cut it out with? So there's multiple things you could use, Sandy. Most people probably use a jigsaw. You can pick one of those up for about $40 at your local Walmart or Lowe's or something like that. The type of blade and all of that does make a difference. So be sure, and if you join the Clubhouse, go through the beginners videos first because there are tips in there for like what kind of blade to get, what kind of jigsaw I've always used, what kind of wood to get. All of those things are laid out for you in the beginners videos. If you're not even sure what kind of paints to get, there's even supply shopping videos in there for you to kind of just walk you through it. The other option is a scroll saw. So a jigsaw is manually operated by using your hand to kind of guide it. So if you have mobility or strength problems, I would suggest you try the scroll saw. It is a little more expensive. They're about $150 to $200 depending on how fancy of one you get, but it sits on a flat surface like a workbench or a table, and it has a fixed blade that moves up and down. Think of it like a sewing machine. The needle moves up and down and it's inside the machine, right? And then all we have to do is maneuver the fabric into the machine. A scroll saw is the same way. You maneuver the wood towards the blade. And so if you have mobility issues, like if you're in a wheelchair or you just don't have a lot of upper body strength, that might be the simplest thing for you to do. Also, scroll saws are really great for doing very intricate cuts. So if you're wanting to cut out something that has like little tight corners or whatever, that's a lot easier to do with precision using a scroll saw. Whereas using a jigsaw, you can get precise with a jigsaw. It's just a little trickier. And you can do intricate cuts with a jigsaw, but it does require more skill and more experience. So it's not impossible, but you can do it. Another option is a, what are they called? I think people use like is it a router? A roto. We have tutorials for it in the Clubhouse. I just never use it, so I can't ever think of what it's called. It's either, I think it's like a roto zip or something like that. And it's essentially, it's like a big tool with like a little thing on the end of it that rotates, and you kind of just maneuver it through the area that you want to cut. That's probably the least popular option, but I do know there are people who use that option. And we do have videos for all three. So you can kind of like pick which one is your favorite. And then if you've been doing this for a long time and you end up starting a business, some people end up investing in a laser machine like I have, and they end up laser cutting their own blanks. And that kind of just elevates like the professional look of your finished piece and all of that. And so you may get there down the road, but that may be completely out of the question for you right now. And that is totally fine. But what's great about our templates that you get in the Painters Clubhouse, or if you buy in our shop, is that you can do any of those options with our templates. So if you right now are in the phase where you're using a jigsaw and you buy one of our templates, it has the laser cut file in the template file. So if you save that for later, even if in the back of your mind, you're like, I don't know if I'll ever buy a laser, but I need to have those in case I do. All the templates that you buy, you'll have the laser file for in the future. Hey, Miss Latoya, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. Let's see. Emily says, or Pam says, if we joined last week, where are the bonuses after Lola? Pam, they have not been added to the library yet, but they will be in your library when you log in. And so you'll be able to go and get those as of Friday. It will be on Friday that we add those to the library. And then Emily says, I have a question. I have a laser machine. How do I keep the burn marks off the wood? I never have the burn marks for they've been lasered. So we sand them off. Some people, depends on the type of laser you're using. You can also use masking material, which is kind of like a big sheet of masking paper, like masking tape, but it's like in a paper form. So I actually have some of that linked in my Amazon favorites if you want to try it out underneath my Amazon stuff. Or not my Amazon stuff, my laser like must-haves. Hey, Donna. Hi, Sandra. So you get access to the library, like I said, with over 100 different designs broken down by category. It's really like opening up a Netflix screen and you've got all your categories. And so inside each category is a bunch of different videos. You also have a bunch of technique videos that are like bonus material inside the Painters Clubhouse. So there's videos on hand lettering, on bow making, on Procreate, on I don't know, all kinds of awesome stuff. Even just painting technique videos, like how to use a writer bottle, like these little writer bottle things, or how to use glitter on your project, how to paint camouflage, how to do leopard print, how to paint buffalo plaid. We have technique videos like that in a special spot in the Painters Clubhouse library also. And then you also get access to our monthly Zoom paint parties, which are led by one of our members each month. And so it's an opportunity for you to get on and connect with other members. So if you are doing this at home alone and don't have somebody to share this fun craft with, this is an awesome opportunity for you to be able to get on and connect with other people and to make friends in this business in this craft, because it's way more fun to do this with a friend than it is to do it alone. And I was telling last night in our workshop about how, have you ever like held up a project to a family member, maybe your husband, and you're like, look, honey, look what I made. And he's like, did you get glitter all over the floor? Or he's like, oh, that's nice. That looks great, babe. And that's not the enthusiasm sometimes we're going for. We want somebody to match our enthusiasm that we have for the project, right? And so our members in our Painters Clubhouse are your cheerleaders. And when you post a design in the Clubhouse and you want to show off what you've made, I guarantee you they are going to match your enthusiasm about your project. They're going to geek out about the glitter that you used, or the way you did your flowers, or the hand lettering that you put on there, or the bow that you made. They're going to be so excited for you about your project, and they're going to be inspired. Maybe they'll be like, oh, I love that kind of ribbon. Where did you find that? And then you can share where you got your ribbon. And this is also going to be beneficial for you, because when you see other people's post the designs that they've created, you can ask questions like that too. There is no gatekeeping inside of our Painters Clubhouse. Anytime somebody asks a question, people are so generous to give like advice about how they did something, where they bought something. You don't even have to just use templates you bought from me. We see pictures in the Clubhouse from people who have bought them from other door hanger designers, and they will share pictures that they've painted inside there too. So it doesn't only have to be designs you've bought at Southern Adornments Decor. If you're just looking for a community to connect with and to share your work with and to grow and learn with, this is it. We've created this special space just for you. And we protect it. I mean, we protect it fiercely. There's never any like negativity or drama. You'll never get anybody showing up in there and being like, how dare you, you copied my design, or you stole that technique that I invented or something. We don't ever have any of that kind of stuff going on. Like, we fiercely protect our Painters Clubhouse, and it's a curated space where everybody sort of holds the same belief that we are stronger together, community over competition. That's what we like to say. And so we try to lift one another up. And as I always like to say, rising tides lift all ships. And so if we are all growing and learning together, we will all advance. All right, questions. Ange says, what about foil videos? Yeah, we've actually used foil on 2 or 3 different projects that I know of in the Painters Clubhouse. And so you should be able to find multiple ones in the Clubhouse about that. Shirley says, if we join today, do we use any kind of code, or are we automatically get the bonuses that you've mentioned? Yeah, you automatically get them, Shirley. No special code required. Now, if you were a Lola participant, there is a special link that Lola participants need to use, because they get a special discount on their first month. So if you're a Lola participant, go grab that link inside the Facebook group for Lola. Sandra says, how do we join Painters Clubhouse? You can just go to paintersclubhouse.com. Or you can click the link up in the video description, and everything you need to know. If you have further questions about any of this, or if you're like a researcher and you want to know like all the details, we have everything detailed over on that page. There's also some member testimonials over there. So if you want to hear exactly what other people think about the Clubhouse, you can read those. Eunice says, the technique videos and tutorials are wonderful. If you get an idea of doing something in the middle of the night, I love that, or the weekend, just dig around in there. You're always going to find something, and you'll learn so much from these. Thank you for that, Una. I love that you're like thinking of door hanger designs in the middle of the night. I can't say that I've done that in the middle of the night, but I've definitely done that even just going for a walk. I'm like, ooh, what if I did this? Tammy says, sign up. You can cancel at any time. You're not going to want to cancel once you get in there. Thank you for that, Tammy. We were laughing because my friend, Miss Lauren Martin, she joined last year around this time, and she's a school teacher. And she was like, you know what? Spring break's coming up. I'll have time to watch some videos, and then summer's coming up. So I'll just join for the summer. That's what she was thinking. She was thinking that she was going to cancel in August when school starts back. And you know what? A year later, she's still in there. She loves it so much. And matter of fact, she's actually teaching one of the designs that we're going to be painting in April, which if you want to see a sneak peek of what we're going to be teaching in April, I did spill the beans last night during our Lola workshop, but I'm going to be doing another live one. I'm not sure exactly when, but later this week, we're going to do a little walk through the Painters Clubhouse and show you what it looks like inside the membership site. So that's coming up this week. I'm also going to be giving you guys a recap of like what we did in March. So you can kind of like see what a sample month looks like and what like our member photos look like after we complete a project. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek on the end of that video on what we're doing in April. So that'll be exciting. Diane says, don't stay on the fence. I've been a member for years. You will never regret it. Thank you so much, Diane. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Did I forget to tell you guys anything? We talked about the Zoom paint parties, the library. Oh, and the fact that you get new designs every single month, this is going to keep your creativity flowing. So nothing's ever going to get stale. You're never going to be like, oh, I feel like I've done all the designs. Now what? Every month we come out with 2 new ones. Plus we remix, which means to paint it a different way, an old design from the membership. So we're continually adding new tutorials every single month and fueling your creativity so that nothing ever gets stale. And I'm still learning to paint myself. I mean, honestly, I don't think I'll ever stop learning to paint. Like, I think it's one of those things where there's no end. Our styles continually evolve and change. Painting techniques never get old. Like, we can always be learning new techniques from things. And so as I'm learning, I'm imparting that to you guys. And so just last week, we painted a butterfly. I've got a picture of it on here. This was a remix. It was an old design. Here's what the old design looks like. So this is in the Clubhouse. It's an old template. And this is the new way that I painted it. If you look closely inside those butterfly wings, it's like real kind of like scratch, like the colors are kind of like scraped on top of one another. We did that with a palette knife. That's something I have never really done before, but I was like, I think this is going to be cool. Let's try it. And I'm always experimenting. And so I did that live inside the Clubhouse. And y'all, for a hot minute, our members were like, I think she's lost her mind. I think this looks like a kid painted it. I don't know. Because it had to go through that ugly duckling phase to get to the beautiful butterfly, or maybe ugly caterpillar would have been a better metaphor. But until we added the black, it looked like a kid had finger painted it. And then when we added the black on top of all of that, it pulled it all together, and it was this really amazing finish. And so because I'm always experimenting and trying new things like that, you guys get to experiment right along with me. And this helps you advance and grow as a painter, helps you develop your own style. You know, if you really loved this style, you might start using palette knives on a lot of your projects. I've seen that happen a lot to our Painters Clubhouse members. They'll take one technique that they learned in a video and they figure out ways to implement that on several projects going forward. And they end up making it a part of their own personal style. And that's how we get away from our designs looking like everybody else's. So in the beginning, it's totally fine if your designs look exactly like everybody else's, because you're learning alongside everybody, right? But eventually you're going to start to develop a certain way that you prefer to do your lettering, a certain way you prefer to do your outlining and your finishing touches, maybe a particular technique that you're like, oh, I want to put this on almost all of my door hangers. And it develops your own flavor and your own style, which is what makes art so amazing. And so the only way to really feed this creative need inside of you and to help develop this style is to do it with a group of people who are consistent in doing new things all the time and pushing you to be creative all the time. And so if you don't have somebody in your life right now that's doing that for you, I want you to come join our group. Come join our Painters Clubhouse. Let us help you. Try it out for at least a month and then see what you think. Okay, more questions. Tammy, thank you for this. She said, don't forget, we get discounts, girl. You know, if there's a sale going on, I'm always going to tell you about it. Tammy must be that kind of gal too. So as a member, you also get 20% off inside of our Shop Door Hangers store. So you're going to be saving 20% on all the wood blanks, templates, things you buy. If you join Template Club eventually or take our Procreate course, you get discounts on those. But also you get like a 30% off discount code you can use on the Deco Art website when you buy paint. We also have a special discount code. I can't remember. If you know how much it is, Tammy, let me know, that you save if you shop on the Artistro website for paint pens. So certain companies know how much we love their products, and they've offered us special discount codes that we only give to our Painters Clubhouse members. And so you're going to get discount codes on all kinds of stuff like that are frequent things that we buy or use. Donna says, I'm so excited for April. Designs are cute. I can't wait for Lauren to teach. Lauren has got a really cool technique she's going to share with us, so I'm excited about it too. Let's see. Eunice said, I joined and I intended to keep it for a few months and then cancel. And then Tamara told us to sell one or two. Oh, thank you for reminding me about this too, Eunice. We do like to encourage our members to sell them because it boosts your confidence in your painting abilities. No kidding, it really does. And it helps you pay for the membership. If you sell one door hanger a month, your membership can be paid for. She said, so I sell one or two a month and it's paid for. And then I've been a member for around a year and I've had no intentions to cancel. And yes, I'm selling. Miss Una, I'm so proud of you. That is awesome. Pam says, I'm going on 4 years, not just about paint, but kindness. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, I feel like kindness is a common thread inside of our Painters Clubhouse. We're always encouraging, we're kind, just uplifting. It's a wonderful, positive vibe. So I don't know if you guys have ever noticed like certain Facebook groups, like I don't know if it's crafting groups or marketplace groups where people are selling stuff. There can be a lot of negative vibes going on. People like griping at one another, getting in fights in the comments. That's not what I'm about. I don't want to be a part of anything like that when I'm on Facebook. I want it to feel like I'm happy, I'm inspired, I'm uplifted. So if you kind of like have that feeling too, joining the Painters Clubhouse is going to definitely boost your news feed with beautiful door hangers and all kinds of like positive vibes. Miss Megan Ramus, our camp counselor / community manager, that's what we love to call her, is our camp counselor. She said one of her favorite things to do in the morning is to grab a coffee and log into the Painters Clubhouse and see what's new, like what people have posted during the evening or the latter half of the previous day. She said it just kind of like puts her in a good mood each morning to see all the beautiful paintings on her news feed and inside the Painters Clubhouse feed. Okay, Marie said the DecoArt discount code also stacks when DecoArt has a sale. So if they're doing 50% off, you can stack that 30% off Clubhouse discount on top of it. I did not know this, Marie. Thank you for sharing this. That's awesome. I did not know they stacked. I love stacking coupons. I do that at Kohl's. Y'all ever shop at Kohl's, the clothing store, and they let you stack your coupons? I'm like, what else coupon code can I add on top of this? Donna says, I've never seen one bad comment in the group. Not one. I love this group. Thank you. Y'all are so awesome. Hey, Miss Rachel. I'm glad you were able to catch me. Okay. If you've been thinking about doing this, let me just remind you, this is very therapeutic. It's going to fuel your soul. It's going to provide you with a creative outlet. I can't tell you how many people have told me that they've had a stroke or something like that has impaired their mental or physical abilities, and painting has helped them get it back. So this is better. This is like as good as mental therapy and physical therapy, because it's causing you to use your brain to be creative and to kind of like work through your emotions through art. Plus it's helping you with your motor skills. So perhaps you've had a stroke in the past or something like a brain injury. This can help you with that. It's also a great stress relief. We have lots of teachers and nurses who have stressful jobs during the day, and they need something that allows them to unwind. So if you feel like that, this can definitely help you. And like Miss Eunice said, it can help you generate some income. So if you, if your money's been a little bit tight, maybe you should try painting a couple door hangers and selling them. It's definitely a way that, like, even if it's just having a goal each month of, I want to be able to pay for my Painters Clubhouse fees, and I want to be able to pay to get my nails done. That's a simple goal, right? A lot of times as women, we feel guilty going and getting our nails done. I did for a little while. I don't anymore. But you could have a simple goal like that, and this could help pay for that. Simple, very simple. Rachel said, I loved being a guest painter in your group. You have wonderful people. Thank you for that, Rachel. You did an awesome job, and we really enjoyed your tutorial. She taught something back in the fall. So yeah, we have a guest instructor come in every single month and share their expertise with us. There's a couple different reasons we do that. It would be so boring if I was the only one in there teaching all the time. That's number one, right? It's fun to learn from different people. And so because we believe in community over competition, we want you guys to be exposed to other artists besides me. I am not the only door hanger teacher in the universe. There are so many others out there, and I want to support and lift up those other door hanger artists and expose you guys to them. Because if you really resonate with, let's say, Rachel's style or somebody else's style, you can go and follow them and watch more of their tutorials and kind of like, dive a little deeper on that particular painting style. And so it's just kind of neat that you guys have access to all of that. Amber is one of our members. She said, I'm disabled. I no longer work or drive. I'm in a wheelchair now, and this group has given me something positive to focus on and keep me busy with something new to learn and positive. I love that. That's awesome. Rachel says painting totally, truly calms your soul. It does. Somebody told me that they actually saw a drop in their blood pressure after painting. So they like took their blood pressure before painting. They sat down and painted for like an hour, took their blood pressure after painting, and their numbers had significantly leveled out. So scientific. Do you have to be a painter to join? Absolutely not, Sandy. Anybody can do this. You can join even if you have zero painting experience. Because like I said, we have beginners videos that are going to walk you through this from the ground up. There's a path that you can follow. We even have something called the success path, which I can talk about in another video this week. But the success path is something that you can look at and you can be like, okay, I feel like I've mastered the basics. Now what? And it will help you figure out what you should try next. Okay. I think I've covered all of your questions. I've talked as long as you guys probably want to even hear me talk. Sometimes I'm a little long-winded. I apologize for that. Let's review the bonuses real quick. First of all, this is not a bonus, but I am painting this live every night this week. There's a little schedule you'll get when you download this template. It's a free template. I'm going to paint it tonight on a wood round. So I know this shape is not round, but this will help you think outside the box, because even if you're not ready to start cutting out your own door hangers yet, there are so many designs in the Clubhouse that can be put on a wood round like this. Like this is an example of how you can take a design that's not round and put it on a round. So we're going to do that tonight. And then we're going to paint it live every night this week. So go download that. If you want to grab the wood blank, you can purchase that as well. I would advise what you do is if you purchase this wood blank, watch me all this week and then pick the night that was your favorite and choose that one to paint on your wood blank, because I'm going to paint it 4 different ways. Okay, we're not going to paint it exactly the same every night. We're going to take it up a notch every night to kind of represent the journey that somebody kind of goes on when they join the Clubhouse. They start out painting things very basic, and then maybe level 2, night number 2, they start adding more details and doing things a little fancier. And then by night number 4, they've developed their own style and they're really just pumping it full of flair. So go and grab that free template. And then the bonuses we're talking about, where's my picture? Here it is. So if you join by midnight tonight, you get our early bird bonus, 3 ways to paint the wooden letter. That's the leopard print and zebra print, the rustic stripes, and the florals. So this is techniques you can use on any door hanger design that you do going forward. I've seen these techniques used on so many different projects, not just wood letters. And then if you join by Friday, which is the last day that I'm painting live, we've got this summer in a jar door hanger tutorial, which is a cool bonus you get with a template and video showing you how to paint it. I can't wait to see you guys tonight when I paint live. So if you want to get notified when I'm going live this week, text alert to this number. I probably will text the entire list when I'm getting ready to go live at night to paint. But if you want to catch all the member interviews and all of those things, text alert, because I will only be sending, I don't want to bombard you with text notifications all week long unless you want to be bombarded. So if you text alert, I'll bombard you. I'll send you a text every time I'm going live. You won't miss it. Otherwise, I'm only going to text the entire list at night when I'm going live to paint. So y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you next